One of the extraordinary things about your career, not to butter you up too much, is that as well as being funny and talented and good at music, as well as comedy, when does it stop, is that historically you're kind of in a strange position in that you're probably the only comedian, you know, you work with Eric Morecambe, Bob Monkhouse, Tommy Cooper, you work with what you'd really call a very traditional British set of comedians, and yet you kind of, well, you very much held the door open, well, for a new generation of people, particularly coming from the Afro-Caribbean community. You were sort of the man, you were like the man holding up diversity and saying, come on, when have you got a moment? It's a very strange position to be in. Do you ever feel like a massive weight of responsibility and burden from it?
My mum used to say that there was a burden and you've got to carry it and it's down to you. We never saw black people on television when I was growing up. And so it was a kind of, and when we did, we rang people and said, there's black people on television, you've got to watch. And Christ almighty, my mum made cakes when Trevor McDonald came on. So it was a big deal. Whenever you saw a black person, Floella Benjamin on Play School, and Derek Griffiths on Play School, and Norman Beaton, and people like that, and Rudolph Walker suddenly on Z-Cars. It was brilliant, you know. So when I went on New Faces, my mum was very clear about things, you know, be funny, and you've got to have some self-respect, and you know, she said, you're being a role model now, you've got to do this. And I didn't really understand what she was talking about, but now I kind of do. Now I think it is a kind of, you can't just, you know, if you're going to do a TV show like Top Boy, which is gangsters and guns and grime and everything, then it's incumbent on you as a creator to make the other show that isn't that. Yeah. You know, I think there are people of colour out there and diverse people out there who've got production companies who are sitting there going, okay, so Top Boy's one story, what's the other story that you never see about us, you know, about women, about people with disabilities, about, you know, what's the story where it's not about the thing, it's just about these are the people that happen to be in the thing, you know. And I think that I want to do shows like that. I want to do shows that are fun and funny and sexy and rock and roll, and they just so happen to have black people in them, or they just so happen to have person with disability, or, you know, whatever. I want the person to be hilariously funny in the comedy, and the jokes aren't about that. Yeah. About being Indian or black or being gay or whatever. I just want them to be the best they can be. And I think that's what we're going for. A day when you're not going, oh, did you see that transgender person on television last night? Yeah. They'll be going, fucking hell, that bloke in the dress was hilarious. Andy's transgender, Andy's hilarious. And it's more important that he was hilarious than he's transgender. But it's just a thing. Yeah. You know, the thing itself is a statement. But when you're black and you come on, there's so much. You know, my friend in New York City, Rick Seeger, used to say, yeah, when a black comic comes on, we all lean forward because we want to know what they're going to say. Nah, I said nothing. And it's true. But actually, one day, you're going to get the flip of that, the silly comedian, the surrealist comedian, the kind of musical comedian, the incredibly verbose comedian, the physical comedian. You're going to have lots of different types of comedian because you're going to be allowed to have a diversity of types. At the moment, like Stephen K. Amos said, it is one in, one out. You know, it's Javon Prince now, and then you don't get another series. It's Little Miss Jocelyn now, and then she's gone. And Stephen K. Amos, he gets one series, and then he's gone. You know, it's weird. Yeah. You know, there's no sustainability. So what I think is we should push for sustainability. We should push to be album artists and not just singles artists, because yeah, we can make a tune, but it'd be nice to make an album.